Members of the Council, officers of the Council, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for His Worship, Mayor of Nuneaton and Bedworth, Councillor Vim Saru.
Good evening, everyone. Please sit down. I think we start. Welcome, everybody. This is the extraordinary meeting of full council, which is for the civic honor freedom of Borough. There is no fire drill expected, but if the alarm does sound, then please leave via the nearest fire exit and gather at Lloyd's Bank across the street. The meeting is being recorded for future upload on the council's website and the YouTube channel. Okay, that was item number 1. Item number 2, apologies. I have got 9 apologies. Councillor Bill Hancock's, Councillor Smith, Councillor Walsh, Councillor Wilson, Councillor T. Sefford. No, J. Sefford is here. Yeah. Councillor Cooper, Councillor Guttridge, Councillor Dillon, and Councillor Kongura. Are there any more apologies? No, thank you. Item number 3, a declaration of interests. Can I receive any declaration of interest that are not otherwise declared on the declaration of interest schedule that can be viewed via the link in the agenda? Are there any? Councillor Schumacher.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Can I just declare that I actually nominated Kenneth Whitehead, please? Thank you.
Thank you. Likewise, I have nominated Major Retired Padam Bahadur Gurung as well. Are there any more? Councillor Guttridge.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, I've also nominated Mr. Eric Tunnicliffe.
Thank you. Any more? Thank you. Item number 4, announcement. I have not got any this time. Leaders, do you have any? No? No. Okay, that was easy. Item number 5, public participation. There is none tonight. Item number 6, which is the main one for tonight, nomination for honorary freeman. The first nominee I have on my list is Mr. Kenneth Whitehead. Can I have the proposal, please? Councillor Schumacher.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As I actually nominated Mr. Kenneth Whitehead, I'm more than happy to propose him for the freedom of the borough. Ken has devoted more than 40 years of outstanding service to Bedworth, most notably through his leadership of the Bedworth Armistice Committee. What began with him filming the parade over 4 decades ago has grown into a lifetime of commitment to preserving our town's tradition of remembrance with the town that never forgets. Today, he is not only the committee's chairman, but one of the most respected and recognisable figures in our community. His involvement in the Armistice Parade since 1982 has shaped the event into what it is today, and his leadership was instrumental in the creation of the now iconic Peace Podium, a legacy that will endure for generations. Born in 1944, just a few yards from the Peace Podium, Ken's connection to Bedworth is lifelong and deeply rooted. He was among the first students at Nicholas Chamberlain School and has always carried a strong sense of belonging. In his younger years, he was an exceptional semi-professional footballer, winning major regional cups and proving himself to be a prolific goal scorer. Despite opportunities to pursue his football professionally, his family commitments meant that instead he chose an engineering apprenticeship at Morris Engines, leading to a long and dedicated career until he retired. Ken's sense of service extends far beyond his work. Through the Royal Marines Association, he became an honorary member and treasurer, proudly representing our community at national events. He has also served as president of the Bedworth Rotary Club and received their highest honour, the Paul Harris Fellowship. Even during challenging times, Ken continued his service, working nights for 7 years to support his family while remaining committed to his volunteer roles. Ken has already been recognised with the Warwickshire High Sheriff's Award and honoured as a Freeman by Coventry City Council for his skilled craftsmanship. But more importantly, he is known throughout Bedworth as a humble, dedicated and community-minded man. Ken Whitehead represents the very best of our borough. His lifelong service and quiet determination make him truly deserving of this honour. It is with great pride that I put forward his nomination for the freedom of the borough. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have the seconder? Councillor Brown, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I formally second the nomination and endorse everything in the proposer. Thank you.
Thank you. Any councillors wish to speak? No. In that case, then we'll go straight to the vote. All, please raise your hand if it is for all those in favor. This is unanimous. Thank you. Can I now ask Ken to come forward and sign the book of honorary freeman?
Mr. Mayor, councillors, distinguished guests and friends, I stand before you today with immense pride and deep humility in accepting this honour. My journey with Bedworth Armistice Day Parade began many, many years ago not as chairman, but simply as someone with a camera, determined to capture the spirit of this remarkable tradition. What started with filming the parade has grown into a lifetime of service, and I am grateful for every step along the way. The Bedworth Armistice Day Parade is not just an event, it is a legacy. Since 1921, without interruption, our town has gathered to remember, to honour and to uphold the promise that we will never forget. That continuity has given Bedworth its proud title, the town that never forgets. It is a title we carry with dignity and one that reflects the heart of our community. Today, as chairman, I accept this recognition not for myself, but on behalf of all those who have walked beside me, the volunteers who give their time freely, the veterans who remind us of the true cost of freedom, and the townspeople who line the streets year after year. Together we have built the largest Armistice Day parade outside London, and together we ensure that remembrance remains at the centre of Bedworth's identity. I want to pay tribute to those who came before us, who laid the foundations of this tradition, and to those who will carry it forward long after us. Our work is not about titles or positions, it's about service, memory and community. It is about ensuring that future generations understand the sacrifices made and the values that we must protect. To everyone who has supported me personally, and to the committee who have stood shoulder to shoulder in this endeavour, I say thank you. This honour belongs to all of us. As long as Bedworth continues to gather on the 11th of November, as long as the bugle sounds and the silence falls, we will remain true to our name. We will remain the town that never forgets. I do apologise. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Well done. No, it's okay. Well done. Ken, that was a little bit emotional, wasn't it? But you did very well. Well done. Okay, item number 7. The another nomination I have is for Eric Tunnicliffe. Can I have the proposal, please?
Hello, Mr.
Councillor
Mayor.
Djokovic.
I would like to, it's my honour and my privilege to propose Mr. Eric Tunnicliffe for the award of Freedom of the Borough, Freeman of the Borough. Eric is the chairman of the Bedworth Lions and has been involved in the group for more decades than it would actually be polite to mention. He has been the driving force between events like the Bedworth Lions annual bonfire, which sadly at the moment has temporarily been discontinued, but one hopes will be reinstated in the years to come. He's also brought much joy and happiness with the Santa sleigh, which goes round Bedworth and Bulkington. And many children look forward annually to this event. They love to stay up and they obviously give their pennies and their pounds, which in turn goes to support local charities and projects. The Bedworth Lions under Eric have raised many, many tens of thousands of pounds over the years. I don't actually have a figure, I wish I did, because I imagine it would be probably into the hundreds of thousands of pounds. And it's been given to support local charities and community organisations. Without this support, which Eric and his fellow Lions have given, these grassroots projects, which we all see in our communities on a day-to-day basis, would not have been viable and probably would not have happened. The Lion Clubs International awarded Eric the Melvin Jones Fellowship Award for his outstanding contribution to humanitarian services in 2024, which kind of goes a long way to telling you a lot about Eric and the kind of guy he is, because an award like that is not easily or freely given. On a personal note, I would like to add Eric is a pillar of the community, and for the 7 years that I have known him, He has always gone out of his way to support other groups and to raise funds for the community. Through COVID, he also worked valiantly to try and support groups and was flexible in terms of helping new groups, people he'd never heard of before, and keeping an open mind. And again, without that kind of support that Eric gave, a lot of those projects which supported our most vulnerable during that time really wouldn't have happened. So Eric, I would like to commend you tonight to this committee and hope that you will be elected as Freeman of the Borough for all your many, many works over the decades. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have the seconder, please? Councillor Schumacher, will you want to speak?
Thank you. Not for very long. I just want to say that I'm happy to second it and endorse the proposals.
Thank you so much. Any members wish to speak? Is that no? Easy. If we haven't got anybody, we'll go straight on to the vote. Please raise your hand if you are in favor. This is unanimous. Congratulations, Eric. Can I ask you to come forward? Same as before.
Always 38 years I've been a lion. I've done a lot of things, silly things like riding trick bikes at Fates and other venues. First of all, I've got it wrong. I should thank everybody for nominating, proposing and doing what you do. I find it admirable that you're here to look out for people like us, because that's what I try and do when I go out into the community. I look for people who are deserving, and we've helped numerous different charity organisations. Some of them have failed during COVID. Some of them are still here and are very strong. Mainly in Bedworth and Nuneaton, we've helped a lot of people. I'm going round in circles. One of the things that I'm minded to was over the Christmas period, we were invited to a school, and amongst the children that came up was an autistic lad who wanted to know why and when Santa found time to play. He found it very hard to answer that question because we're all diligent and we all work very hard, as you do. But I found it mindful that he actually said, "When do you find time to play?" and looked very hard at Santa. I've taken Lions to be just that. I try and enjoy what I do. I try and enjoy meeting people, and I try to make friends with a lot of people. Most of it is very well received. I did have one friend who asked me a very strange question. Would I like to enjoy a walk? And in 2019, I accompanied him and 18 other doctors to base camp of Everest.
Oh, wow.
We raised quite a lot of money,
Yeah.
but it was mainly to promote the cancer, I would say, backup team that looked after people in their homes, and the awareness of that was fantastic. It was then overshadowed with COVID, and we all know what happened then. I've always tried to be honest, and I found that there were a great deal of nice people, and they're still out there, and they're still very, very active in the community. I'm going to shut up now. Thank you, sir.
Eric, you want to take your certificate of medal with you? Yeah. Third nomination for tonight is from myself, so I will be proposing tonight as well. So this is for Major Retired Padambadir Gurung MBO. I know him personally more than 10 years, and then I will read out what I wrote about him. Major Retired Padambadir Gurung MBO is a proud Gorkha veteran whose service spanned nearly 3 decades worldwide. Honored as a Queen's Gorkha Orderly Officer at Buckingham Palace and awarded the Member of the Royal Victorian Order, he exemplifies dedication and honor. Since retiring, Major Gurung has contributed and then continued to serve to the community in Nuneaton, and mainly as the chief advisor in the British Gorkha Veteran Association and also in other communities. As a guardian within the Nepali and Gorkha community, he has worked tirelessly to support young people in reducing mainly in crime and tracking drugs abuse, while also giving care and guidance to Gorkha elderlies who have made Nuneaton their home. His wisdom, leadership, and service continue to strengthen both the Gorkhas and the wider community. For this dedication and continuous support, I proudly nominate him for the honor of Freeman of the Borough. Can I have the second? Councillor Hay, you want to say anything?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just to say it's my honour to second your nomination. Thank you.
Thank you. Any councillors wish to speak? Oh, no. Okay. In that case, then I will go straight to the vote. All those in favour, please raise your hands. This is again unanimous. Thank you, everyone. Can I ask Major Padambadir Gurung to come forward and receive your certificate? Well, Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you for this very prestigious honor. I'm truly humble and never expected recognition for simply doing what I have always felt was my duty to the community, and a community that has so much for so much. Nuneaton has always been my home, and everything I have done has been for this community and its people. In my own time, I have been especially proud to support workers, their family, and member of the Nepalese community who face challenges in their daily life. I share this award with my family, friend, and everyone I have worked alongside to help uplift and support others. This honor belongs to whole community. Thank you very much for that. Yeah.
Right, last but not least, we have got nomination for John Burton. Can I have the proposer, please? Councillor Hedge.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. John has been involved with the local history of the borough for many, many years and has had connections to the Bedworth Society, currently President, Bedworth Almshouses, the Parsonage Project, and is currently the chairman of the George Eliot Fellowship, as well as the treasurer of the George Eliot Visitor Centre. He has written several books about the history of Nuneaton, Bedworth and Bulkington. A former English teacher at Manor Park School, he is now committed as chairman to the Chilverscoaton Heritage Centre, currently the Mayor's chosen charity. He's got many photographs of various locations within the borough, which enables publications and lectures to be inspiring. John's legacy goes beyond stewardship. It is about bringing history and literature to life for future generations. For his passion, service and lasting contributions, it is a privilege to nominate John. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Watkins, you want to say a few words?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Great honour and privilege, really, to be seconding John tonight. There's two people that I look to when I'm struggling with history of Nuneaton and Bedworth, and they're both sat here at the front today. So it's either David or John Byrne, and I can guarantee that both of these people will be able to tell me things that I don't know about Nuneaton and Bedworth, and so they're an inspiration to me. And the things that John's doing at the Heritage Centre as well is every time I take somebody down there, it's amazing the people that still haven't been to the Heritage Centre and still love going down there when they actually get there, but they just don't know it's there. It's really odd, but it's one of them things, and it's one of them things that John just keeps pushing on with and pushing on with. Without people like John, it'd be a sad place. So it's just my honour and privilege to be seconding John tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Watkins. Well said, and I totally agree with both of you. Any members wish to speak? Is no. In that case, then we'll go straight to the vote. Please raise your hand, all those in favour. This is again unanimous. Thank you all. John, can I ask you to come forward and to receive your certificate as well as this, give a signature?
Thank you.
Councillor Watkins was right.
Well, my journey as a volunteer, I suppose, started in 1981, which is a long time ago. Of course, I was very young then. But I heard from a source in Bedworth that the trustees of the almshouses wanted to pull one of their buildings down. And there were several of us who thought that wasn't a good idea. And the building's still there, you'll be glad to know. So we were successful in retaining that. And then in the year 2000, we were actually invited to use the basement of that building for a heritage centre. And that started on January the 1st, 2000, and is still going strong. Thanks largely, I have to say, to my wife, Linda, who puts far more effort into it now than I do. Because of other responsibilities. In 1988, Beryl Kirby, who many of you will remember, was getting very flustered by the fact that the Borough Council, in its wisdom, had made the decision to demolish what is now the Chilverscote and Heritage Centre. And again, Beryl got a lot of friends together, and the building is still there. It was saved and it's now listed, and it's a delight. Thank you for the. I think both of mine mentioned it. We love running it. It's hard work. It's an old building, and it's always expensive, of course, to keep these things going. And Beryl was a marvellous chair who really did all the spade work. I took over in 2011, but Beryl did that first sort of 25 years of hard work. I had been involved with the George Eliot Fellowship for some time because as an English teacher, you couldn't really teach English in Nuneaton and ignore George Eliot. And I took over as the chairman there after wonderful work by the previous chair and secretary, Kathleen and Bill Adams, and I've been doing that since 2006. And then some of you will be very aware of the fact that we've been struggling since 2011 to try and get together enough money and resources to open a George Eliot Visitor Centre. We're still not there, but the committee organising it is still there, and we're still determined that it will happen. So really that's my story, and you don't do these things really without enjoying them, and I've gained a huge amount of enjoyment from doing it. But it's never one person. There are always committees, always people who are supporting you and helping you and doing the spade work. And I've been helped by committees all the way through, and particularly by Linda, my wife, who is as deserving an award as I am. So thank you very much indeed for your comments and for your support. Thank you.
you go there. I'll do your part. Next thing I'm going to do is, this is not on our agenda, but since we have got very special guest, Freeman of the Borough, can I ask Freeman Dave Leach to say, how it feels like to become a Freeman of the Borough? Just a few words.
Freeman of the Borough is the highest honour that a council can give to an ordinary citizen. And it really is a great honour. It doesn't really give you any benefits per se, although there is a rumour that freemen are allowed to drive a flock of sheep up Bridge Street. I've never actually investigated that to try it out, but yeah, it's on my list of things to do. But it is the knowledge that's always with you that you have been chosen by your peers for this honour. And there's no words that can tell you to say what the feeling is, what a great honour it is to become a freedom of the borough. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you so much. I thought it was really good. Okay, we have come towards the end of the meeting tonight. This is now my closing remarks. I think you all deserve my standing, so I'm going to say this. As we come to the end of today's meeting or ceremony, I would like to take this moment to reflect on what we have shared together tonight. Today, we have recognized truly remarkable individuals whose dedication, service, and commitment have made a lasting difference to our borough. To be awarded the freedom of the borough, like Dave already said, is the highest honor the borough can bestow. It recognizes not only exceptional service, but also the values that define us as a borough: integrity, compassion, and pride in place we call our home. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to the families, friends, and supporters who stand behind our honorees. On behalf of all the councillors, officers, and all the residents of the borough, I offer my heartfelt thanks and congratulations to all the recipients tonight. You inspire us, strengthen our civic life, and remind us of the power of service to others. I hope everyone lives today feeling proud of our honorees, proud of our borough, and proud to be part of this community. Thank you all for joining us. Once again, congratulations to all the recipients. Those who have received an award, can I ask them to go to the foyer for photographs? And that will be after I leave. And the rest, they can follow to go towards the corridor on my right, when you go out on your left, and then we will celebrate our another part with buffet and chit chat. Thank you so much, everyone, for tonight.